about this? Because if you get a yellow card, put it up there and just gaze at it, you cannot go down, you've got to come up. Okay, that's why this is painted yellow. And that's why these are here. We got these from downtown. Do you know downtown?
Yeah.
Well, we went to downtown and I thought, oh, I do like them. And we went 3 times. The first time I saw them and I thought, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll go measure up my window. Right? Second time we went, I forgot the measurements. Third time we went, I got the measurements and I bought them too. Cost me £22 a curtain, but they were well worth it, right? But I like them. I like them. And people come in and they say, well, I like your curtains for me. Fine. Okay, I've got to do you yet. Have you got time? Right. Got to come up. Okay, that's why this is painted yellow. And that's why these are here.
They're gorgeous, they are.
Painted yellow. And that's why these yellow. And that's why these are here.
They're gorgeous, they are. Lovely curtains.
We got these from downtown. Do you know downtown?
Yeah.
Well, we went to downtown and I thought, oh, I do like them. And we went 3 times. The first time I saw them and I thought, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll go measure up my window. Right? Second time we went, I forgot the measurements. Third time we went, I got the measurements and I bought them too. Cost me £22 a curtain, but they were well worth it, right? But I like them. But I like them. I like them. Bragging about this, I feel as if I've given you confidence to go forward again. Because when you came in, you were, right? Now, you're up again. Right? Now, you're on the phone. Well, I've got enough on at the moment. If you need to come and talk to me, come and talk to me. But ring first to find out if I'm in. I don't give this to everybody, so don't go telling people that that's what I'm doing, alright? Because I can't do it for everybody, not anymore. Right? But get rid of that black top. Right, get a colour on. You'd be surprised the difference it makes in you. I'm not bothered about your bottom, but just get something on here. And yellow is a very good colour to sit and look at. Okay, do you know about this? Because if you get a yellow card, put it up there and just gaze at it, you cannot go down, you've got to come up. Okay, that's why. The spirit help that's being promised for you, right, you will succeed. Because it's a sudden and complete change. Have I put any confidence in you? I feel as if I have. I'm not. can't hear you very well.
Can you see Callum going to another school or what, you know?
I think he'll get in a school myself. But you've got to make sure that you get what you want for your boy. Write letters, right? And you might not be very good at writing letters. I'm not, I'm hopeless. But when I want to write a letter, I go, and I move it around so that it makes sense. Okay? And this is what you've got to do. You've got to fight for what you know is right. For him. Not for you. For him. Do you see that? But I would write to the Autistic Association and say that Erewash aren't prepared to pay for this. Is there any charity where you can get help from? Do you see what I mean? Fight for it. Write to the papers. Tell them you're coming up against this obstacle. Because Erewash won't pay for anything to get out of it. But it was Derbyshire. Derbyshire had to pay for my son to go to Staffordshire, and it was the best thing that ever happened to him. I was struggling here, right? I used to take him to school in the morning, and he used to fall down. He just used to pass out, and he'd always got a scab here where he blew. Then they came up, they thought it was epilepsy, and we had all the tests for epilepsy. It wasn't epilepsy.
Callum, when he went to this school he's at now, it's in Derby, it's in Shell. And
what's it like?
Well,
they don't do anything.
It's a big place for all the autistic kids in the council, no matter what level they're at.
that's silly, because they're all different levels.
Yeah. I would write to the president or chairman of the Autistic Association and saying I'm getting nowhere. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it in the proper manner. If you can't do the letter, get somebody who can. Have you got a computer?
Yeah.
Have you been on there and explored various things to try and find out where you can get help or what is being done for autistic children? Is there anybody in the stars thing? Let me turn this on. But I know that by the spirit that are around you, the spirit help that's being promised for you, right, you will succeed. Because it's a sudden and complete change. Have I put any confidence in you? I feel as if I have. I'm not bragging about this. I feel as if I've given you confidence to go forward again. Because when you came in, you were, right? Now, on more than one occasion. And people think that they can use you like a rubbing rag sometimes, all right? And they're not very happy about it upstairs, since upstairs is spirit, okay. And you're looking for a change, my love, all right? Well, the change will happen, but they can't do everything in 5 minutes. It's going to take time, all right? But half the battle is yours, and they'll finish the battle off. You have got to put your point of view somewhere, all right? And you've got to state what you want. Not what you want for them, but what you want, right? It's a matter of sorting things out, but it's got to be done in the right way and in the proper manner, all right? And if you stand up for yourself and you say what you want, there's no need to row and shout. You can do it quite quietly. And if you do it quietly, they'll take more notice of you. All right? But it is a battle. And it's a battle of wits as well as physical. All right? It'll take a lot out of you. And you'll think, nobody loves me, nobody cares, I couldn't. Now where do I go? What do I do? Turn your thoughts to spirit and link in with your nearest and dearest in spirit. All right? Any day, any night, and they will be with you. You see, they can't interfere. I can't interfere. But I can guide, and so can they. Right? And when you lie there some nights and you can't sleep because you're trying to put this here and that there and sort things around in your mind, just ask Spirit to help. And you'd be surprised how easy it is. It'll just fall in. Right? Does this make sense to you? Because, can I say to you, I've been in your shoes, love. Right? I've done it. And if I can come out of it at the other end, as I have done, right, then so can you. Because I was like you, all right? And I feel that I've wept buckets, and I shall still weep buckets, because you're very, very sensitive in here. But you are also a sensitive psychically. Did you know that? Because you can pick things up before they arrive, and you've got to use that gift. That's what it's been given to you for, all right? Don't turn away from it. And if you need help, just say, please God, please help me. And you'll be surprised how things happen. Have faith in what you can do. Right? Because it's very, very simple. Very, very gentle. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you something now that's going to be very, very hard for you. I want you to give God's love, not your love, God's love to the person that's coming at you. I give you love. Not I love you. I give you love. I keep feeding them, mate. Keep feeding them. Whenever they come into your mind, I give you love. Right? They won't know what's hit them. Right? And there's no need for you to tell them that it's you that's doing it. But you will put up a barrier of love there instead of a barrier of hate. Right? That makes sense. Think about it. You're full of compassion and kindness and goodness for other people, but you don't seem to be able to do anything for yourself. And I've got to say to you, you're a very well-meaning person. And you've got platonic friends, but I can't say that you've got a true friend. Right? So just be aware of that. And at the moment, there seems to be a lot of inactivity around you. You don't seem to be able to get where you want to be. And it's causing quite a lot of a lack of conviction for you. Right? And it's like going around in circles, getting nowhere, going forward 2 steps and back 3. All right? But one of the things is, it's here. You're captive to your own ideas, and you think you know what you should be doing. Right? But you're not doing what you should be doing, you're doing what you shouldn't be doing. And the devil comes in, right? Now with the devil is, you see, he's stopping you, right? But there is another saying, better the devil you know than the devil you don't, alright? Have I got this on? Yes. But there's going to be where you're having lack of success, there's going to be some weird experiences, and by that I mean your psychic, right? And you'll get this feeling, you think, oh, what's that? All you do is, God bless you, love. God bless you. Whenever you feel anybody's coming to you with, because you do feel, when anybody's coming to you, you know, and you think, oh, don't, you get that feeling, don't you, where you want to not come near me. All right, I give you love, right? Return to source. That's the word, all right? Because what's happening is they're going round like that in circles and coming back here. Returning to source is sending them back where their thoughts are coming from. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Right? Because this is what your inability to realise your goals is. Other people are putting thoughts to you and stopping you. Okay? So just turn it round, send it back, give you love, return to source. Now if it's someone that's aiming at you, and I don't say it is, whereas they are sitting there and thinking, you know, failure, right? Then those thoughts will come to you, because thoughts are living things. And that's why you've got to return those thoughts. Whereas they're sending failure out to you, you've got to, I give you love, return to source. And what you're doing is returning that failure back to them. Right? And you will feel better for it. I want you to examine yourself when you've done this. Alright? It's so, and you know when you've done it, you probably think, have I done the right thing? Look inside. And if you feel comfortable, think, yes, I have. Right? Yes, I have. That's the way they will work with you. Okay? It's causing you quite a lot of unhappiness and controversy, but you're punishing yourself as well. And self-punishment is one of the worst things you can do. I've done it for years. Right? And you think yourself into being a failure. Right? And you're not a failure. Right? Have you got children, please? Are they a little bit of a problem? Yeah. Well, what I've got to say about him, I'll tell you in a bit. All right, remind me if I forget, right? Because I've got a memory like a sieve as well. But the change is already started in a small way, like I told you in the beginning. And I haven't even seen these then. You feel as if somebody's doing that with you, right? And the transition is just going round, same as I've said, and we've got to stop that. That is going to change. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to have a reversal of your way of life. Alright? Because there's been apathy and boredom and abandonment here. Renunciation and sacrifice, but the readjustment and the regeneration and the rebirth is already in progress. May not have started working yet, but it's in progress because it's in that position of the cards. Okay, I'll try and explain it if I'm you think I'm treating you like an idiot, tell me, but I'm trying to explain so you know. All right? Well, this is my way of working the cards, you know. I don't do a tarot reading. I use the cards to tell me situations, all right? I use them for their advice up there. But you have got the Emperor here, and this is behind you, right? So you've got his worldly power, his accomplishment, his confidence. It can be a male influence, father, brother, husband, male influence. And this is where I think this Albert comes in, because I've still got the man that I've only got this part of him, so I can't tell you what the rest is. But I can see him, and he's with both of you, okay? And I feel as if he's so powerful. I think when he was down here, he wasn't as powerful as he's developed in spirit. His power has come since he's learnt about spirit. And the fact that he can come through and help you. Right? But you've got to be aware that he's there. Because he gives out wealth, maturity, stability, or authority. Everything that you're looking for is in this spirit. And as you go on, now you've been given this help and this interference from upstairs. But it is interference, right? It's not guidance. They're guiding you, but they are interfering at the moment with your path, okay? And I think that's a good thing. Okay, how old are you? Well, can I tell you my life changed at 42? I was still plodding my head against that brick wall when I was 42. And suddenly it was like a miracle. Okay, it does happen. And it will happen. That I know. Okay. I don't know why you're in black. Is it a colour you wear regularly? Don't. Get some colour on. Black is depression, right? Black is when you're getting into that situation where you can't see your way forward. A red jacket on. I've got a lovely red jumper on. Red is a good colour, and it would be a good colour for you because it would lift you. But you see, I'm being personal, but the black is taking you down, down, down. Can you see that? Thank you, I'm glad you can. Because I feel as if I'm giving you a damn good lecture. But I think it's needed, love. And same as I say to anybody who comes, if you come for a reading, you get warts and all. Alright? But I do know that I can lead you in the right direction. Okay. Now here, the next step on, that's behind you. That's what's covering you at the moment. That is your basic, which is the change. Here, we have the beginning of an adventure, and this is the first step on now. Right? So it's the beginning of an adventure, and it's going to create enthusiasm and initiative in you. Right? There is a new job, if you want it. Right? It's there for you. It can be offered you. Okay? And be careful. Don't be careless and thoughtless about this and think, oh, well, you know. No, it's your chance, right? You're a bit extravagant at times, and it leads to folly, and you get in a bit of debt, all right? But then becomes an obsession. I want you to be a bit more careful with, you know, you going out, right? Let a bit come in and think, oh, I could spend that on so-and-so, right? Not talking debts, right? If a little bit comes in like that, put it in a box and leave it on one side, even if it's only half of it, right? And don't think about it, right? Let that build. It gives you a bit of strength and, you know, a bit to carry you forward. I know it's difficult when you've got children, you know, there's bonfire night just gone, right, and all the rest of it, and there's all this, can I have, right? I've had children, so I know. But I've got to say to you, let this be, all right, look, I have a lady who is a lovely spirit. She's just come in, and she's a very gentle lady. She's very slight. She's not big like we are, right? She's very slight, as if she was thin all her life, all right? But I feel as if I'm on tie a relative, more in a grandma, great-grandma situation, all right? But I'm certainly not mother, all right? Mother's here, your mother, aren't you? Because she says I'm grandmother, great-grandmother, all right? So I'm in that area, okay? And she's coming in and she's giving out such a lot of feelings to you, all right? You should be able to feel her, right? She's a very gentle soul, but she's coming to help you. Have you got hanky? I'm all right now. I don't pull any punches, I'm sorry. And if you want to weep your head off, weep it off. Now, coming up very shortly is a complete and sudden change. Now, are you in a separation sort of situation? It's iffy. Well, it's going to come to a head, all right? And it's going to be an abandonment of past relationships, right? As a matter of fact, I've got this being said, there's the door, get the other side of it. And this is this lady. She wouldn't put up with that nonsense that you're putting up with, my love, right? And that's why she's coming in to help you, right? So, I don't know when it is, I don't know whether it's before Christmas or after Christmas, but it's coming up, and the decision is yours, right? It's the end of a long friendship, but it's through Spirit's intervention there, because it's an unexpected event. It'll just blow up and it'll be done with. It'll cause a bit of downfall for you, a bit of undoing, a bit of loss of stability. It's like a bit of a setback for you. But there'll be people there to stop you going too far back, right? And you'll put your house in order. And you will be given the strength to do it. There's an awful lot of people in spirit. You come from a big family, my love, because I've got an awful lot of spirit around, you know. So you're going to have an awful lot of help once the decision is made, okay? Now, this is your card, right? This is you, the hermit, right? Get what counselling you can, and when you get the counselling, use the knowledge that you get out of it. The solicitude that you'll feel yourself in is temporary. It's like a self-illumination. You will light up. And I tell you what, you'll lose weight. Because at the moment you're compensating eating. Right? But you will do this. You won't need such as me or your mum or anybody to. You'll say, no, I'm me. Do it. Right? And you will do it. But I want you to be very prudent. And don't, if you go to a solicitor, tell him what you want. Don't let him tell you what you should have. Right? And be very discreet. Right? Discretion is the better part of valor. Exercise caution. Be vigilant. You know what I mean, don't you? A circumspection will come in here, and it'll be a bit of a self-denial, a withdrawal, a regression, a desertion. But then put the brakes on. Because I've got an idea. You're as stubborn as what I can be. Right? And when you dig your heels in, that's it, right? This is what you've got to do. Temperance. This is your environment, right? Temperance. You've exercised a lot of patience, right? But you want things in harmony. And you've got to exercise this patience to get them into harmony. And it will bring together into perfect union what you're wanting. Not what someone else wants, but what you want. Are you any good at management? Do you manage? If you don't, say no.
Not really.
Not really. Well, it's going to come to you because management is here and compatibility. Right? Adjustment, it's all coming for you. Good influence, fortunate omen, and successful combination. All right? Now that's to come. This is the hopes and fears card, and it's the sun. Very good card to have in that position. You're going to find satisfaction, accomplishment, favourable social relationships, because I'm not looking for another man at this stage of the game. Love, joy, devotion, engagement and happy marriage. And I think that's what you've always wanted but never really achieved. Pleasure in daily existence, because you'll be in control of your own destiny again. Exuberance and sincerity. Now, what more
could we hope for than that? Okay. And judgment. It's an atonement and a judgment. It's a need to repent and forgive. So don't bear him any malice, let him go, right? And if you do, forgive him for what he's done, because then that lightens your load. Not his, yours. Do you understand what I'm saying? And don't feel guilty because you haven't done anything wrong. Alright? Tit for tat. Somebody said to me, it's been a tit for tat relationship. Right? So it doesn't mean anything wrong. It's a time to account for our actions. An improvement, a development, a promotion, an outcome of great effort, and it's a rebirth. Now you only get 2 rebirths in these cards, and you got both of them. Now this would take about 3 months to come into fruition. You've got a rebirth at the beginning and a rebirth at the end. Alright? To me, that sounds good. Now what do you want to ask me? Or have I covered it? Your little lad. Is it a lad? Because I felt a little lad, you see. A lot of what's been going on in his life is what is making him as he is. It's see all, hear all, and say no. And that's what he's been doing. And it's caused quite a bit of disturbance with him. So he's trying to get the attention by doing the other things that you don't want him to do. Right? That's covered that bit. Now what else is wrong with him? Yes.
And I'm trying to get him into another school. I've got to go to a tribunal.
Right. Do you think that's the right thing to do?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Ooh, God bless you, love. Don't do that. I think it would do him the world of good. It's got to be the right place for him, though. And you're having difficulty finding the right place for him, aren't you? Because where do you live in? You live in the Harry Wash, don't you? Yeah. They're not a very good council. I've had problems with Harry Wash Council all my life. When I went up to Cheshire, because I've only been here 8 years, when I went up to Cheshire, oh, it was lovely, you know. When I found out I'd come back in Harrywash, because I thought we were in Derby here. Right? But no, Harrywash covers Boroughwash. Right? So I was fuming that we were under Harrywash again. I had a boy who wasn't autistic. They couldn't find out in the beginning what was wrong with him. It took me 8 years, right? And I got him in a school in Staffordshire. Now he was on full strength phenobarbital when he was with us, because this is what the doctors round here give him, you know. And he had behavioural problems. But he'd also got this problem with the phenobarbital, because we used to give him one at night, and it used to put him to sleep. But by the next day, he was just like a zombie sometimes, you know. So you couldn't do anything with him. So we used to take him to school. But what was happening was the speed of the traffic was upsetting him on his way to school, and by the time he was coming home, he'd just get settled into learning. So all that time he'd be worked up all day, and just about 3:30 when it was time to come home, he'd be ready to learn. And then we used to give him the phenobarbital to make him sleep. Right? So you see, I was in a circle, going round and round. And we got recommended to a child psychiatrist in Derby. And he put him in this school, a boarding school, in Staffordshire. And he never took another tablet. After the first day he went in there, he never took another tablet. I've had problems all my life with him. He never changed. And, but that was my problem. Now, what you've got to do is find the right help. The Autistic Association should be able to help you with that. Are you a member of the Autistic Association? Well then, as I said to you, don't go opening your mouth, talk to them quietly.
They want him, they picked a school out they'd like him to go to, but this Harry Wash Council say they're not going to pay for him to go.
I know.
You see?
But there you go to your MP.
I mean,
you're looking for help for your child. Right? You're not trying to get rid of him.
No.
Because they're lovely children. Right? I know someone who had an autistic child. Well, I think can you get through to him? Not at all. No glimmer of hope. Right. What I want you to do is to find a healer, a spiritual healer, and if they can't come to you, you go to them, all right? And you get healing for him. George Chapman. Have you heard of George Chapman? Well, he's in Wales. I'll try and find out his address for you. All right. He is a healer. Now, you might have to take the boy to see him in the first place, but after that, he'll work on him absently. And if he takes a real interest in him, you'll see a change in the boy. I'm a great believer in healing. I've been ill all my life, from about the age of 3. But when I work it out, that's when my gift came to me. Right? I saw my grandma. And she came and she opened my curtains at night, and I lay there in bed looking at this in wonderment, and I knew it was my grandma. And she turned round and she smiled at me, a beautiful smile. I can see it now. And she shut the curtains and she went. Now that was my first contact with spirit. After that, I had little children that spirit children that came and played with me, all the time. I saw spirit, I heard spirit. I've done the lot in my time. I'm 74 now. Obviously I still work because I'm working now. But the point is, I retired from platform work. Right? I've travelled all over this country and served churches. I've only ever charged me petrol money. Right? I have worked for spirit. It's been my life. And it can be your life. Right? And that side of my life's been very good. The other side, well, it's been a load of trash, really.
Can you see Callum?
I can't hear you very well.
Can you see Callum going to another school or what?
I think he'll get in a school myself. But you've got to make sure that you get what you want for your boy. Write letters. Right? And you might not be very good at writing letters. I'm not hopeless. But when I want to write a letter, I go, and I move it around so that it makes sense. Okay? And this is what you've got to do. You've got to fight for what you know is right. For him. Not for you. For him.
What you're trying to do, isn't it, now?
Do you see that? But I would write to the Autistic Association and say that Erewash aren't prepared to pay for this. Is there any charity where you can get help from? Do you see what I mean, dude? Fight for it. Write to the papers. Tell them you're coming up against this obstacle. Because Erewash won't pay for anything to get out of it. But they had to, it was Derbyshire. Derbyshire had to pay for my son to go to Staffordshire, and it was the best thing that ever happened to him. I was struggling here, right? I used to take him to school in the morning, and he used to fall down. He just used to pass out, and he'd always got a scab here where he boom. Then they came up, they thought it was epilepsy. And we had all the tests for epilepsy, it wasn't epilepsy. Right?
Callum, when he went to this school he's at now, it's in Derby, is it so? And
What's it like?
Well,
They don't do anything.
it's a big place for all the autistic kids in the county, no matter what level they're at.
That's silly, because they're all different levels.
And Callum's very...
I would write to the president or chairman of the Autistic Association and saying I'm getting nowhere. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it in the proper manner. If you can't do the letter, get somebody who can. Have you got a computer?
Yeah.
Have you been on there and explored various things to try and find out where you can get help or what is being done for autistic children? Is there anybody in the stars that let me turn this on. But I know that by the spirit that are around you, the spirit help that's being promised for you, right, you will succeed. Because it's a sudden and complete change. Have I put any confidence in you? I feel as if I have. I'm not bragging about this. I feel as if I've given you confidence to go forward again. Because when you came in, you were, right? Now, you're up again. Right? Now, you're on the phone. Well,
I've got enough on at the moment. If you need to come and talk to me, come and talk to me, but ring first to find out if I'm in. I don't give this to everybody, so don't go telling people that that's what I'm doing, alright? Because I can't do it for everybody, not anymore. Right? But get rid of that black top. Right, get a colour on. You'd be surprised the difference it makes in you. I'm not bothered about your bottom, but just get something on here. And yellow is a very good colour to sit and look at. Okay, do you know about this? Because if you get a yellow card, put it up there and just gaze at it, you cannot go down, you've got to come up. Okay, that's why this is painted yellow. And that's why these are here.
They're gorgeous, they are. Lovely, the curtains.
We got these from downtown. Do you know downtown?
Yeah.
Well, we went to downtown and I thought, I do like them. And we went 3 times. The first time I saw them and I thought, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll go measure up my window, right? Second time we went, I forgot the measurements. Third time we went, I got the measurements and I bought them too. Cost me £22 a curtain, but they were well worth it, right? But I like them. I like them. And people come in and they say, well, I like your curtains, Bobby. Fine. Right. Okay, I've got to do you yet. Have you got time?